welcome to the upgrade from Magfast. I'm Seymour, the founder, here with Kate from customer service, the preferred presenter. And we got a fun, I think, a fascinating peek kind of under the hood for you this week. You're staying with us on this long journey, and I keep on saying, I promise you, we're laying a foundation for something special. And this week I thought I'd take you through, I got a couple of slides over here, and I want to take you through a couple of them and show you about that. But before we leap into that, say hello to Kate. And have you got some stuff for us, Kate?
Hi, everyone. Yes, I do. So first is we're going to have another big event on November 19th at 4 p.m. Eastern. It will be called MAGFAST Power Moves. So already sounds exciting. Okay, so there will be a sneak peek of at 2021 Power Moves. We're going to, so we get a huge question all the time, and we will be addressing that at that time.
Yes. This is a big one. I mean, Kate, you work in customer service and you know what this is. This is like, it's not the number one question. It's like the top three that we've been asked for 3 years now, right? So one of the most requested things we're going to be unveiling on November the 19th. It's very exciting.
Yes, very exciting. I'm excited. Okay, and then we are going to do, you guessed it, prizes, but this time it's going to be even bigger prizes. It's going to be crazy. You definitely want to be there. I want to be there. So when we were
getting ready for this beforehand, by the way, people keep on writing this, say, stop interrupting Kate, and you're right. Okay, it's not appropriate. There's two problems. One is that I'm a buffoon. The other is that there's a delay on the line, and so we kind of step on each other by accident anyway. But you'll notice that Kate steps on me less because she's much more delicate than I am. But yeah, most requested thing, and the thing that Kate was saying when we were talking about this beforehand was like, can we enter the prize? I want the prize. So what are the prizes?
Yes, I do want to enter, but I can't. Don't worry, I won't. So third prize will be $500 cash plus $500 in MAGFAST gear. Second prize will be $1,000 cash plus $1,000 of MAGFAST gear. And then first prize will be $2,000 cash and $1,000 worth of MAGFAST gear.
Yeah. So $7,000 in total. Someone's going to win. It could be you, and all you have to do is just show up and join us on November the, when is it? November the 19th. November the 19th at 4 p.m. Okay, and you'll have to register beforehand. We're setting up registration at the moment. And then what's next, Kate?
We have a very special doors open. It's not a video event, but there will be doors that open on Thanksgiving at 4 p.m. Eastern. So you definitely want to be there for that.
Yeah, so we'll tell you all about this on the 19th. And there'll be a week to kind of, if you're into what we're doing, if you're excited by what we're doing, if you love it, there'll be a week. And then the doors will open for this thing on Thanksgiving Day at 4 p.m. Eastern. If you're interested, it will only take you like a couple of minutes. It really won't take much of your Thanksgiving Day, but we wanted to kind of put it down in a place where everyone will remember where it is. And actually last year we did a Thanksgiving thing, and I think it was also 4 p.m. Eastern. Here's the thing. You want to, on the 19th, we're going to take you through it and lay it all out. So we're going to explain some of our power moves for next year. We're going to unveil this secret. We give away some prizes as well, as Kate just mentioned. And there'll also be a week in which to, kind of prepare, because the thing that we've got for you over Thanksgiving weekend, I don't think it's going to last over Thanksgiving weekend. I think it's going to disappear very, very quickly. There's a lot of time when people do, stuff online. They're like, oh, there's a limit of this, that, and the other. There's a genuine limit that we can't control on this. So if it's something you're interested in, you want to be able to go like that on Thanksgiving Day. So underneath Let's just go through the times again, Kate. What are they? So it's 4 p.m. Eastern. What is that in other time zones?
3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, 1 p.m.
Yep.
Pacific, 11 a.m. Hawaii. London
Hawaii.
and UK will be 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. in Europe.
10 p.m. in Europe. And sometime between now and then, we'll figure out what it is on Australia. I was trying to figure out what the times were kind of in the Southern Hemisphere. And because between now and then, the clocks go, what do? They spring forward, they fall back, right?
Fall back.
So the clocks go back, and I can't remember what they do in Australia and so on. So we will tell you the other time zones closer to the time. So as I said, the thing over the Thanksgiving weekend, the thing we do on the 19th, we'd love it for you to join us live. It kind of feels amazing when you join us there and then, but we will have a replay available if you can't, if you're not able to see it. The thing on Thanksgiving Day at 4 p.m., it's like a moment in time. The doors will open, and you know it's gonna last as long as it lasts. Maybe it'll last all weekend. Maybe it'll last 5 minutes. But it is, as I say, it's a thing that's limited. All right. So underneath here, we've got calendar entries, right, Kate? So folks can put both in their calendar.
Yes.
And just in case you want the thing that is the doors open on Thanksgiving Day, recommend setting an alarm for that. All right. I promised earlier on we were going to give you a little bit of sort of behind the business stuff today. I've got some slides down here, so I'm gonna if we can bring the slides up on the screen, please, Sharon, that'd be great. I want to talk a little bit about product strategy, and if you're a regular consumer, those words probably sound a little bit yawny. I think you'll actually find this kind of interesting. Let me show you what we're talking about here. If you look at the charging market, which is the thing we're in, and the reason I'm showing you this is because I'm always saying, please stick with us. We're working to build something great here. We're building the foundations for something great. And I think these couple of slides will show you why it's so important. So if you look at the charging market, there's a bunch of people. You probably know Anker. They sell a lot of chargers. We love Anker. I have Anker stuff here. I should have actually had some Anker stuff on camera when I was talking to you last week. They do a lot of business on Amazon. You might have seen Rav Power there. They've got some cool stuff. Mophie's a name you may have heard of before. Orky, not quite as, I mean, none of these guys are terribly famous. It's really interesting. When you ask people, can you name a charging brand? Most people cannot name one, which is part of the opportunity, I think, here. But Orky does some good business. Some people called iClever. Duracell, amazingly, they're there. I don't think they do. I put them small on this chart because they're Duracell, for goodness sake, but somehow in rechargeable batteries, they don't seem to be doing such a big deal. And then, of course, the big player is Belkin, although they're not so much chargers, are they? They're more like accessories in general, and chargers are part of that. And then at the low end of the market, all right, there's a bunch of named ones, most of which you haven't heard of before, and there are zillions and zillions of no-name brands, and they just keep coming and coming and coming like this. There's crazy numbers of them. So the thing is, for a consumer, for you, even if you have a charger that you like from one of these people, there's very little reason to repurchase from the same brand. When you need a new charger for your car or for some other purpose, there's no particular reason to go back to the same people. If you were really pleased with them, as you got the brand effect, you like them, if you feel good about the brand, you're pleased with the last one, that's a good reason to go. But there isn't a super compelling reason to stick with the same brand. And that's why we're following something called the system strategy, where everything works together. Now, you know this, but I want to show you, if I may, how powerful this is. All right. The most famous example is Apple, all right, where all of these computers, all of the phones, all of the speakers, all the watches, everything works together seamlessly. And they've really got this down to an art now, where you buy a piece of new equipment, and you just within a couple of minutes you set it up and it combines with everything else. But they're not the only people. Lego have been doing this for decades. All right. Did you have Lego when you were a kid, Kate?
Yes, of course. Didn't everyone?
Yeah, exactly. Well, the thing is, it turns out that it came to America later than it did, because it comes from Europe. So I think it was around by the time. By the time you were growing up, but when I was growing up, I had it because I was, as you can know from the accent, I was in England at the time, and it hadn't actually come to the States at that point. But Lego's been around for decades, and this is a system strategy. Every time you get a piece of Lego, you can connect it to all the other pieces, and it becomes better to be in the Lego family. And just one more example, you've probably seen this kind of thing if you're at Home Depot. All the main manufacturers do it, which is they have all the tools work with the same battery. So if you already have a DeWalt, drill, it kind of makes sense to get their leaf blower because it operates off of the same battery. And it's not just DeWalt to do this; all the main guys do it. So this is a great reason to stick with a manufacturer. So here's our stuff; they all snap beautifully together. All right, and each time you get one more, oh, here comes Extreme. In you go, boop, like that. They all snap together, they all work beautifully together. So if you've already got some of our stuff and you need one more for your car or something, it just completely makes sense to stick with us. It's a better experience for you as a customer, and it's way better for us as a business because but we often talk about this, but one of the great expenses of running a business is acquiring customers, getting customers to hear about you in the first place. So if people are already one of your customers, you want a reason for them to come back to you over and over and over again. So the product strategy, remember we saw this chart a minute ago. We think that the lay of the land doesn't actually look like that. We think it looks like this. The standalone products, which everyone else is doing, right? And there are system ones that work together, like us, like Apple, like Lego, all right, like all of the power tools and many other examples. So we think MAGFAST gets to be the premium system player in the market, which at the moment is not. We're doing a good enough job that I think other people are going to come along and join us here. But at the moment, we're the only player there, and we're not interested in that upper left area, the kind of low end system. Maybe one day we'll do some licensing and allow other people to do simpler, cheaper things down in that area. But we get to occupy this upper right hand corner, which at the moment is free. It's not for everybody. Not all customers want to go premium, and not all customers love the good of the system and everything snapping together like you do. But that's a very powerful place for us to be in the market, and it gives us some what's called defensibility, where we're doing something that other people aren't doing, and it's a little harder for them to get in for all kinds of reasons, including patents. I'll talk to you about that in the coming weeks as well. Now, there's one more thing that's worth knowing about this. This is a little picture of. I love this animation. It's the old thing that Steven Spielberg originally did, zooming in on his face when he first sees when in Jaws. When he first sees the Jaws come. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Where the camera zooms in.
Nope.
No. Let's do it one more time. So do you see that the stuff stays the same size on the screen, but the perspective changes and the background zooms in and out? Very famous movie from Jaws where that happens. Yeah. And Steven Spielberg did it because what he does is you zoom the camera out and then you track it in on a little railway track at the same time. Anyway, we have a best-in-class strategy that runs along as well. So the idea is that each of our products is a very strong competitor by itself. So if you want one for the car, we think we've got in the middle there, Rode is just about the best charger available for your car for plugging in like that. If you want one for your desk over on the right hand side there, MagFast Air we think is just about the best that there is. So over and over again we get to have the best in the standalone category as well, and that means that we get to compete not just here in this upper right hand quadrant, but we also get to compete down here in standalone. And that's a great way for us to bring customers into the family. So if people are looking for, like I say, a car, one for their car, we can advertise and show up in searches for that. And then once people discover us there, we can then say, hey, but we've got all of these other things and it makes sense for you to have more. Does that make some kind of a sense? That's yes. Part of a little business That's part of a little business presentation I'm putting together. And if you guys find that interesting, let us know, and we can do some more of that in the weeks ahead. Because I feel very much that I'm asking you to be patient with us. It's only fair to show you why I think it's worth it. All right, Kate. So you normally have one or two questions, like kind of at this point, related to what we're talking about. Do you have any for us this week?
Yes, I do. Okay, so. Do each of the products work alone, or must I have more than one?
No, they all work alone. Like I said just now, in fact we saw it just at the end there, right? We have the best-in-class strategy that each product is by itself the best in its category. In some cases, of course, like extreme, it kind of creates a whole new category all of its own. But yeah, so each of them is designed to be fantastic value and delightful by itself. It only gets better when you add other ones as well. It's a good question.
Okay, so next question is, do all the products have all the family features?
So all the products are absolutely MAGFAST. We spoke about this in an upgrade a few weeks ago, I think, where we were talking about like what's the essence of MAGFAST. So we can't just I'll give an example. A friend of mine who's an inventor invented a really neat little charging device. Some of you will have seen it, called the Couchlet, a few years ago. We actually, I think we even he even did it. Yeah, I'm remembering now. He did when we were first doing MAGFAST. He did a special deal for people, and we gave a URL and everything, and people got it and loved it. But he was like, "Hey, Seymour, why don't you take this and put MAGFAST branding on it and add it?" The problem is that it didn't have enough of the. It's a good product, but it couldn't ever be a MAGFAST product because it didn't have the MAGFAStiness, which is sort of difficult to write down. But there are some features that are always there. So obviously, we always have MAGFAST snap to charge, right? In fact, so here's the two lives I was showing you last week. So there's always going to be the ability to do that beautiful snap action like that. That has to be part of every MAGFAST product. All right, what else?
And they're all beautiful, gorgeous design.
They're all beautiful. Yeah, we work to make we labor over the design in a way that the manufacturing partners do not understand, because their other customers, the other brands don't do it like that. All of the products are designed to serve your devices from the last decade and for the next decade. All right, so they all meet that standard. In some cases, like I have it over here, MAGFAST Air, which, by the way, I was actually just using right now to charge my own phone. There it is. Look, so MAGFAST Air, not all devices from the last decade, all right, are able to be charged wirelessly, but many of them you can get a case for, right? So if you go back to, I mean, Android's been doing it for longer, so you'd have to go quite a lot of years ago to not have wireless charging on an Android device. But the iPhones have only had it 3 or 4 years, and you can get these cases for the older ones. You just go Google, Qi case for iPhone 6 and that kind of thing. So in that case, this product, you'd need a little adapter because wireless charging didn't exist a decade ago. But that's a feature that goes throughout everything. And we'll show you. We've got the new Apple's new MagSafe system coming in. I'll show it to you in the next couple of weeks. MagSafe is just another way of charging things. It's actually sort of Qi on steroids, and so it just fits completely in with the MAGFAST family. MAGFAST is about committing to you and great charging. It's not about committing to an individual charging standard. So as other charging standards come along, and Apple's MagSafe is sort of a standard. I mean, it's as I say, it's like Qi on steroids with some magnets around it. But if you want to call that a standard like Qi or USB-C, then we just adopt the standard. And all of our stuff, you'll see me charging something in the next couple of weeks using that system and MAGFAST. What else does everything have, Kate? Fingerprint, right, is part of every single MAGFAST. Yeah, fingerprint. LED-licious. Is it flashing on the front here? Yeah, you can see a charge. Can you see that? Don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a charging operation going on there. You can see it flashing away. Everything either has Qi wireless or USB-C or both. All the power banks have the beautiful mini cable. Oh my God, my beautiful little, look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh, hundreds of hours crafting this little cable. Let's have a look. Look at that.
You look so happy.
It's just insane. It's insane how much time has been spent on this tiny little cable. All right. So the cable is in all of the power banks, and that's sort of featureless, but it's more to do with a kind of an essence, right? I mean, those of you who truly understand what we're doing, and I think you're one of them, know that there's a kind of passion, there's a kind of essence that goes into all of these, and that's absolutely in every single one of the products. All right, let's wrap this thing up. We haven't, because we've been sort of in and out with everything that's been going on. We haven't done the secret keyword for a few weeks, Kate. We've got a secret keyword this week, I think, and it is?
Yes, we do. The secret keyword is loyalty.
Loyalty. Loyalty. And what are the instructions? Why do I want the keyword loyalty?
Because it will give you 3 extra entries into our $1,000 drawing.
Yeah, we do a $1,000 drawing every month. It's actually Kate and I run it together. Kate, bless you, does all the admin. If you're the winner, you'll be talking to her, and then she sends me an email and says, "You need to send an iPhone to Bob Jennings," or whatever it is. So it's a little ritual we have every month where we send these prizes out. We love it. We've got some. Let's grab some of the pictures, Kate, and put up some of the videos and pictures of the people with their prizes, because it's really we love it when you send these things into us. And the instructions are what is it? magfast.com/fun. magfast.com/fun. Click on the banner there. You'll see there's a banner for the $1,000 prize. There's usually the names of some of the recent prize winners and various things we do there. And it could be you, and you get an extra 3 chances. So it's a draw that goes all month long. You'll get an extra 3 chances just for going along now to magfast.com/fun.
And we have had a winner win because he put in the secret word. That was last month's winner, actually.
Excellent. I didn't know that, because there's a couple of different ways that you can get chances to win. Many of you right now have a whole load of additional chances to win from last week, right? Because we had you click through when we sent out the email about the Apple's MagSafe. All right, so extra 3 chances to win, and clearly it works, all right, because the last month's gentleman won because he entered in the keyword. So well done. All right, let's wrap it up again. Can you summarize the dates for the calendars and stuff, Kate, and then let's shut this thing down.
Yes, don't forget, big event, November 19th, big, huge event. It will be at 4 p.m. Eastern, and you'll get some sneak peeks, and we'll do some prizes. It'll be super fun and exciting. And then don't forget that doors open for a very, very special offer on Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Something very special on Thanksgiving at 4 p.m. I really do recommend. I put that in your calendar now. Set an alarm. Then, if it's not for you, you can cancel it. But this is genuinely a case of I don't think there's going to be enough to go around, and it is something quite special. And I don't know when we'll be able to do it again. And I'll tell you all about it on November the 19th. I know that sounds like a terrible tease, but on the 19th, I'll tell you why I couldn't explain it all to you sooner. Okay. Yeah, so the 19th will be a presentation with slides and singing and dancing and everything. Did I just commit us to singing and dancing? I think I did, Kate. But the 19th will be a kind of a really fun presentation, and there will be replays of that available. But Thanksgiving Day at 4 p.m. Eastern, and I was going to say check local listings, but 1 p.m. on the West Coast, and those other times we gave you. That is not movable. That is absolutely immovable. That's not repeatable. It will be first come, first served when the doors open for that. So, and we're giving away those prizes, right? Third prize, $500 in cash, $500 of MagFast goodies. Second prize,
$1,000 cash. $1,000.
Here I am speaking.
Sorry.
There it goes.
$1,000 of MagFast gear for second prize, and first prize is $2,000 cash and $2,000 worth of MagFast gear.
All right, terrific. I think that just about wraps it up. Please put Thanksgiving weekend 4 p.m. Eastern into your calendar. Thank you so much, Kate. It's a pleasure doing this with you. I love doing these shows with you, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for helping us change charging for good.